actually expecting a lot of rain, and it could push it over the threshold where we could see some debris flow as well. So this is something that we've been talking about, and we just want to warn you, we can't stress enough how much rain we're expecting in 48 hours. We need the rain, but it's just coming down in a form after it's been so dry that sometimes the ground just can't soak up all that water. So right now it's dry. I would say pack your umbrella, pack your rain gear with you before you head out the house, because you're going to need it later this afternoon, because that rain really starts to come down by the time we head into the afternoon, evening. 49 degrees right now for LAX, and you'll probably need some light layers because it is a little cold. The system is also going to tap into that atmospheric river, so that's why we're expecting all that rain. Here's a look at where that storm system is right now. It's over the Bay Area, slowly moving down the coast, pushing into the central coast. So it's still dry for now, but it's cool, and the clouds will start to increase. Temperatures will be in the upper 50s for the beaches all the way to the Inland Empire, low 50s for the high deserts, 43 for the mountains. And Leslie, we're expecting 1 to 3 inches of new rain from this system for the coast and valleys, 3 to 6 for the foothills and mountains. So that's how much rain we're expecting over the course of 48 hours. But I will have the timeline of when we can expect that rain to really push into our area. Back to you.
Thanks so much, Amber. And of course, as we've been saying, we are on storm watch. This is a live look at our Doppler radar. You can see all that rain. The storm is still up north, but it is packing quite the punch, headed our way, expected to arrive tonight. And Southern California is bracing for much needed rain and snow as that strong storm system moves in tonight. CBS 2's Joy Benedict is live in Monrovia with more on storm preparations. Joy.
That's right, Leslie. I mean, this is the time, right? We're talking about the hours that count down till what could be a very significant rainstorm in our area. And that means folks who live in the burn scar areas need to do their part today to make sure that they're ready. We are live this morning here in Monrovia, where we have the gravel that is available with the sandbags for folks who may need it, who live in this area, who are dealing with the burn scars or just simply are worried about that water runoff. When we talk about rain, there's a lot of things that folks will expect with this type of storm, as Amber has been talking about. Meteorologists are calling this the most significant storm so far of the season. So if you live in an area prone to flooding or in the path of a recent burn scar, you need to make sure you have sandbags to try and keep that water out. The LA County Fire Department is recommending that you also have enough food and water to supply your family for at least 72 hours in case of road closures or a loss of power, something that's even more significant if you are in the foothills of that nature. But talking to firefighters, they say it's very important when you have these downpours of the rain that it's a good reminder to not try and drive through it if you do happen to run into some road flooding.
If you are trapped in your vehicle and you can't get out, we recommend you obviously try to dial 911 as fast as possible. Stay inside. If you need to, get on top of the roof and wait for help to get there. Also, if you see someone that falls into the water or somebody trapped by moving water, don't try to jump in and save them, because now we're going to bring another victim to that. What you want to do is, if you can, throw them a rope or throw them something, a flotation device, to help them out until help can get there.
And that's what's important. Just call someone and get their help. Now, I also want to talk a little bit about the burn scar areas. You're looking at video from the Bobcat fire. Obviously, that sparked back in September of last year. It burned for weeks, destroying more than 115,000 acres. It threatened 6,000 structures, destroyed 87 homes. Because of that burn scar, it is going to be more susceptible to that water flow, to that mud, to that debris that we've been talking about. And it's not the only one, as we have had scattered fires without the last few years. Remember, it takes several years for that vegetation to regrow after that fire burns through. And so anyone who lives in and around those footprints, they need to take heed to that. In fact, the San Bernardino County Sheriff's Department put out this evacuation warning yesterday, saying effective immediately, the Sheriff's Department is issuing an evacuation warning for the following areas of Yucaipa's North Bench, Mountain Home Village, Angeles Oaks, Glen Oak, Forest Falls, and Lytle Creek. Remember, those were the areas that we saw significant fires in last year during fire season. So those who live in those areas, you know who you are, you know what you need to do. You need to make sure you sandbag, you need to make sure you prepare, because unfortunately, if these rains fall and they fall fast enough in a short amount of time, they could take the hillside down with them. I'll send it back to you, Leslie.
I really can. Thanks so much, Joy.